Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Dara versus Tongfu, game number 3, our very last group stage match before the playoffs, the knockout rounds kick off. This is Beyond the Summits World Tour. I am LD. Joining me is Luminous, of course, both of us from dotacommentaries.com. And we're just through the first stage of the bans, and a hero that you and I have had a lot of back and forth about. It's the Lycan slipping through. It's worked for CLG. Although I would say not in the most standard of circumstances, but it's worked for them. It has not worked for most other teams. Lycan sitting around a 30, maybe 40% win rate for this event, and it's not done particularly well in other ones. So Lumi, your thoughts on how this draft is developing? And I have no Lumi. Well, we'll try and get this one sorted out.
That's because I muted my mic. I was talking my brains out. Actually, my mic wasn't picking up. My apology. I was saying it depends on how Tongfu decides to shut him down. I think I said Tongfu. They were the team that exactly did this, right? They put down 4 observer wards in every jungle.
That was World Elite.
World Elite. Okay, well, I mean, the strategy is always there. Or we've seen Tongfu's or other Chinese teams in the past, teams in general, pick up things like Enchantress, send them in the enemy jungle, and just wreck the Lycan. Lycan does require a little bit of, you have to pick a strategy around Lycan, so it's going to limit their picks as well. But on the same token, Tongfu has to pick up some ways to go against the Lycan. So it doesn't mean too much. It really comes down to play, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm completely with you. And, well, we've seen Lycan picked in the past by CLG, in particular for this tournament. They pick really strong solo heroes. Heroes like Windrunner, Invoker. They opt for Beastmaster, perhaps just trying to deny one of the best counters to Lycan in the mid-game. Not wanting to give that roar away. Also a pretty strong solo in its own right. And there you go, Queen of Pain picked up. So if Hao was going to play that again, he's not anymore. Either way, they get two reasonably strong solo heroes here. Pretty mobile team overall. Not too much lockdown, but the next 2 picks could help solve those issues. Tongfu, on the other hand, with Shrek, Prophet, good push. Decent lockdown if they can get the initiation, and there you go. There's your initiation. It's going to be a Sandking.
Well, just want to point out that G finally has a hero that's worthy of his playstyle. His playstyle is so aggressive. Queen of Pain, one of those heroes, once you start rolling, you just never look back. And we saw how explosive Hao was last game. And G will more than happy to mirror that in this game. But it's going to be up against a lot of lead stun, like you were mentioning. Sansheng, once he picks up Blink Dagger, can get it. Although, from what I've seen from Tongfu so far, and also from the last game, they don't usually play their Sansheng as a farmer. So, you might actually have a slower Blink Dagger on Sansheng, and getting a Sansheng Blink Dagger is pretty vital to him hitting 2 or 3-man Burrow Strike. It just makes a hero a lot easier to play and a lot more reliable.
We'll have to see. Like you said, last game it was a support tri-lane Sandking. We'll have to see if they opt for that same style again. Now they have a Prophet, so the lanes are wide open here. As we turn to the second stage of the draft, or the bans I should say, Enchantress gets the ban. You mentioned Enchantress, that offensive jungle, one of the great ways to try and deal with Lycan. Not going to be available. Other jungling heroes that could be picked, Enigma is a big one. That's something to look out for, and if Tongfu get their hands on that, the team fight will be outrageous, although they won't be the most mobile lineup if they can find the openings to hit that big black hole, Burrow Strike, Split Earth, Pulse Nova, Edict. I can go on all day, but you get the idea. That would be an option for them, and it gives you another strong laning hero. We'll have to see what direction they want to go.
I'm somewhat concerned for Tongfu right here. They do have the Burrow Strike as well as the Split Earth, but I just feel like they don't have enough lockdown, at least not right now, against Lycanthrope and Queen of Pain, both of which you need to toss at least 3 or 4 spells at them, 3 or 4 stuns, hopefully, to actually bring them down. So do look towards the type of carry that perhaps have some lockdown built in. Brewmaster isn't too bad. You just cycle in one for 6 seconds and deal with the other, or perhaps you want to go all out with the Chronosphere, with the Void. Very, I don't expect it, but it's possible. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, we saw it work earlier in this tournament. Was it Zenith that ran that? I can't remember. Somebody ran
it was LGD or IG, one of the Chinese team that did it.
It was DK, and it was Burning playing that. And he was playing the Faceless Void. He got fed first blood, and he got really out of hand from there. 4-minute Midas, I want to say, and then it's Burning. That's pretty much game's over if Burning gets a 4-minute hand of Midas, and you haven't done something amazing during that time. But I love the point you're making. A carry that has lockdown. Faceless Void fits that. There are possibly a couple of
Dragon Knight's decent.
Dragon Knight would be a good one as well. Force the BKB out. They don't have any way to deal with BKB right now, and part of that is the Beastmaster pick. Another strong laning here. The Invoker is the pickup. Also denying that to Tongfu, who had room for it if they wanted to run it. And that Sunstrike Prophet TP global combination can be pretty difficult. So I like this pick from Dare. Dare themselves also a bit lacking in lockdown, though, I have to say. They have the Beastmaster Roar, they have Cold Snap. That's pretty much it.
I think that should be enough. I really think it should be enough. Based on the current draft so far, seeing 7 heroes being picked up, what is most important for Tongfu, I feel like, it's the first 8 minutes or so, the laning stage. If you look at there, they are going to be isolated in their own little islands. It's going to be difficult to kill Invoker, Queen of Pain, and Beastmaster, fairly tanky or have good escape spells. But if one lane has trouble, no one's going to help, no one's going to rescue. Lycan's in jungle. Perhaps you have one more support being picked up here. So if Tongfu wants to go for a big, massive early game push, well, they're going to get it because Dare has no answers to that. If Tongfu want to just trade farm, that's going to be possible as well because, again, they just have 3 solos, and that's it. They are very, very much so dependent on what Tongfu wants to do. And I think if you're a Tongfu fan, that's exactly where you want to be.
Rubik will be the pick, and I like this pick a lot. Gives you a... I think if they want to run him as a farmer, they have room for it. We saw the Sansheng Leshrac tri-lane. That worked out pretty well. Now, the big difference is they don't have the Chen. They don't have that jungler to backstab. But as we look at Dare's lineup, Bloomy, they don't have the most anti-push. There's nobody that can deal with that offensive pushing. And it doesn't have to be a tri-lane. Maybe just a Leshrac, Sansheng dual lane. Something like that. And then Prophet TPs into that lane, summon some treants. Maybe you get a kill. And then you're looking at a tower being locked down. Sure, in the mid-game, Dare has great push. They have fantastic mobility. 4 heroes who can do a lot of work. But in the early stages of this game, Tongfu, I feel they have the horses they need to sort of win this early game race, get out to a quick start. And if Dare lose map control early, as mobile as their lineup can be, they're not going to have as much ability to counter gank, to play defensively if they get into trouble.
Right, but on the same token, if you know the game goes 0-0 till the 8-9 minute, look towards the Dare just have an explosive mid game. All the heroes are mid game heroes so far. So it's up to Tongfu. They have a clock. They have to do something big. It's going to be a Keeper of the Light 3 games in a row. I'm very happy with that, but that's going to be the defensive hero. But Keeper, as awesome as he may sound in counter pushing, he's very, very slow, very, very immobile. Illuminates it's actually not that good in terms of defensive spell. It costs a ton of mana, which as a support Keeper, you're not going to have access into early level of chakra, or at least very high level of it. And you're not going to have too much Illuminate to spam off of, so it's not the end of answer, and it doesn't give you any stuns in the early game.
Yeah, we'll have to see where they want to lane him, what lane he'll be supporting or defending. For the moment, Tongfu, you talked about Dragon Knight, and it's not only a hero that can fit in well with their lineup, it's a hero that they love to run, that being played by Hao almost exclusively. He usually gets a lot of free farm early. I haven't seen him go for sort of the traditional Chinese build with a quick pipe or anything like that. He normally goes for the DPS build, but no, it's a Morphling. And this is suddenly Tongfu just have insane kill potential in the early game. Prophet TP, and then Split Earth, Burrow Strike, Telekinesis, Fade Bolt, so much burst damage, plus the waveform on top of it. Dare, as mobile as they will be in the mid game, they are not very mobile in the early game. Only Queen of Pain will be able to escape easily. And Tongfu have a lot of killing potential and a pretty good mid to late game answer to a lot of Dare's heroes.
Right. Again, Tongfu has options. They could send Prophet into jungle. They could... I mean, we haven't even really talked about the Lycan, right? If you run offensive tri-lane, which seems like that's what Tongfu is doing, you could easily send 2 guys into the jungle and just disrupt the hell out of the Lycan. And your Morphling's going to be fine, because guess what? You're laning against, I don't know, a Queen of Pain, an Invoker, or a Beastmaster. Like, they're not going to kill you outright by themselves.
Well, one adjustment they could make is to send Lycan into the enemy jungle. And well, before we talk about that, let's introduce the players. How will be on that Morphling. 9 tangos picked up. That is a lot. Maybe a misbuy there. Kabu on the Sand King. He's got a smoke picked up. Sansheng playing that support role again. Observer wards for him. Mu going to be playing that Rubik. Looks like he will be solo mid. Quick bottle for him. A lot of gold saved up. Awoke looks to be heading towards the top lane. Probably going to solo that one.
30 seconds.
And it's an offensive tri-lane, but I feel Morphling doesn't really need too much help if it's a 1v1. If they end up... Oh, they find Goblin! Oh no, this is an absolute disaster. First blood for Hao as well. There's your Basilius, and now if they want to push early, they have the item to help do it. That is a big blow for Dare.
Wow, that's one of the biggest mistakes you could ever make going off warding early on, is just doing it alone without sight. And, well, you could blame his team for not giving him the assist. And artstyle is going to be playing the Queen of Pain instead. Completely surprised. G is not going to be playing that. We have Goblin on the Keeper who just got first blooded. G is going to be playing the Invoker on the mid lane here. We have Feed. Seems to be starting in his own jungle on the Lycanthrope, but could change like LD's pointing out. Of course, Mag going to be playing that long lane.
Oh, Goblin. Gotta be careful. He wants to put down these wards, but here's the benefit for Tongfu. They got that first kill. They also got the ward down. So it means if Goblin tries to go in and place it, these two ninjas will be there to slice them up with some shurikens. And we'll have to see. I feel Morphling isn't too bad at Queen of Pain 1v1. You need a little bit of assistance at the start, but once you get the item advantage, then you can take her 1v1, especially with a couple points in waveform. For the moment, they're actually just going to leave him alone, going for Goblin, and he's been spotted by another ward. Oh, he's got to be careful. This is a disaster. If he dies again, Burrow Strike, Split Earth, there's no Edict. I'm not sure if they'll have the burst damage. They might. One more right click. He's going to go down again. And this means the jungle is now firmly under the control of Tongfu.
Again, just want to remind all the viewers, there needs to have that powerful start. If they don't get it, they just don't function well as a team. They don't play well from behind. And right now, they're already down by 2 kills 1 minute into the game. Hao picked up that first blood, got a couple of CS on the bot lane. Artstyle seem to controlling the lane fairly well, but they see Lycan. And Lycan, instead of jungling, he's fighting Kabu right now. Big Illuminate being drawn out here, and now got in position. Big cold snap against sansheng. This could be a turnaround. Nice burrow strike, and now the Fable is going to be casted from Mu. Good recovery from Tongfu, and rotation coming from Mu on the mid lane. Very, very crucial. Waiting on the top lane is Kabu, but the ward is scoping out. I just want to say, right now, can we go to different visions? Yes, we can. If you go into Radiant Vision right now, this ward actually doesn't see that much. This ward by the Radiant up the hill, it doesn't see into the cliff.
It's great for watching the gank path if someone's coming through the river, but when they're already camped out in your jungle, it does nothing for you. The only thing it'll do is see the high ground right near the small camp, but by that point, they've already really locked you down. Artstyle harassing Sansheng here. He's level 3, only points in the Shadow Strike, so not going to burst Sansheng down. And we'll just have to see how Tongfu played from here. They got a couple early kills, and actually double jungle from Funnik and Goblin. This will help Funnik get off to a bit of a faster start in terms of killing the creep camps, but he's also splitting that experience with Goblin. And Lycan does need quite a bit in terms of levels, although it looks like he'll be the one getting the farm here. He needs to hit level 7 at least to have the maxed out wolves. Ideally, you want to hit 11 before he really comes into his own. And Tongfu, meanwhile, relentless aggression.
They pick up the smoke, and they're going to be going right in. I think Kabu should actually lead the charge, considering that his lead stun is going to be very, very crucial. Edict is already up on sansheng, and I think they're going to go for Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain perhaps expects it. Oh no, Queen of Pain. If she gets the lead stun in, the splitter will fall, and the waveform should be more than enough to bring him down. The patience being shown by Tongfu. The smoke's going to run out right now.
Oh, Kabu. Oh, I think he's got the angle. He slips behind the trees. Burrow strike in. Split Earth to follow. The waveform in. Too much burst. And Artstyle will be ganked and picked off. And you talked about Dare being a team, and it's a great point that doesn't do well playing from behind. Artstyle, out of all their players, to me, is the one who really struggles the most if he gets picked off early. He can't help it. He's just so aggressive. You'll never see him back off from a fight, even if it's not a good decision to engage. And him dying, out of everyone to die, I mean, he talks about G as well, but I feel Artstyle is the one who's the quickest to maybe go on tilt or just start playing a little bit too aggressively. And now he's dead. He's dropped, and they're going to rotate around again. Maybe they're going to fight Goblin a 4th time. This is just ridiculous. Another kill coming their way. Split Earth, Edict. They're going to pick up Goblin too. Goblin 3 deaths already. Courier with some deep deliveries behind enemy lines, and that means a pair of boots for both of these heroes in short order. Kabu's got 450 gold. This is not looking good for Dare.
Dare's making this too easy. It's like they're getting punched upon. They're not getting up. Dare need to get something going. Whether it's Artstyle getting a kill against this trailing or G getting a solo kill against Mu on the mid lane, they have to get something going, because the relentless aggression here from Dire is not going to stop. They force the Queen of Pain to blink back, and let me tell you, Feed is not going to carry them back in the game. You can't have your team down by 4 kills and just expect Funnik to solo carry. He's not that powerful as a hero, and he can't be shut down, especially when these guys are having such a powerful start. That means Tongfu is going to have fast blink daggers or fast 4-staff, and when you're trying to play against multiple 4-staff, it's a nightmare.
I just want to point out that Morphling has 1900 gold, and that beat Hao, who's played it. 25 creeps in 5 minutes in the offlane. He's been left alone 1v1 against the Queen of Pain for a good chunk of this. And I love the fact that Tongfu is just not letting up. Not even letting Dare breathe for a moment. Great dodge there. Oh man, what a play by Kabu. If that Shadow Strike hit, he would have been in a bit of trouble, but he'll be fine as a result. Still hiding Sandstorm, and well, here we go. Leshrac in the tri-lane, so good at melting the tower down, already below half. Tongfu, the aggression, it just keeps on coming. And Mu is 6 now, which means it's only going to ramp up. He's got Cold Snap. And this could be big trouble for God, who is 3 points into Quas already.
You know what's the biggest thing? Right now, Dire has a Prophet. He hasn't even joined any of these fights yet. Until he decides to join the... Yeah, he's level 6. You know, the next engagement, we're going to see a Wrath of Nature, a teleport in, a whole bunch of right clicks, and trees being summoned. This tier 1 tower on the bot lane, as dead as it could be. All they want to do, all Tongfu needs to have right now is a single opening. And look at how aggressively they're looking for it. They're just parked between the tier 1, tier 2 tower, and right now Goblin's like, oh shoot. Oh shoot.
Oh shoot, indeed. Here we go. Big tower dive from Kabu. Oh, Hal cuts him off. Illuminate. This is a desperation play, and this is not going to work. Goblin will go down. Sansheng going to remove that tower aggro. And Hal just continues to get bigger. 35 and 6 on the CS. Gold earned 2,700. The top 3 farmers are all in the Radiant. Artstyle cannot help himself. Just goes in for the big dive, and he's going to die. Oh my goodness. This is not looking good for Dare.
Tongfu showing some class right now. No, no luck or no chance they won the East qualifier. Very, very good team. And they're saying, well, Dare, I know you guys have a powerful start. If we shut you down, then we're going to have the powerful start, and there's no way you're going to come back. And how? Look at CS, already 40 in about 6.5 minutes. Has burned through 6 of his 9 tangles, though. Again, I have no idea what that 9 tangle's about.
You know, actually, now it's making sense. Maybe he expected the matchup versus Queen of Pain here in the safe lane and just wanted the regen. You know, it actually could have been... Now, the thing about it is, you could get salves, and yeah, they're more efficient, but Shadow Strike means if you want to stay in the lane and farm... Oh, middle lane, Moo gets caught out. Meg might be trying to turn things around here. Cold Snap on to Moo. Moo will go down. 2-man Burrow Strike. No, he won't go down. This is going to be a massive turnaround. Cold Snap on the God. God who killed them all will die. And Moo's going to live. No, one more chop, but in comes the Prophet. Mag is going to fall as well. Sprout onto him. No way to eat his way out of here. Burrow Strike through. Actually, sorry, he did have a tango. No, Quelling Blade. Doesn't matter. He drops as well. And Tongfu, even when Dare looks for the opening, they punish them in spades.
Quick TP from our Sand King player, almost as immediately, right after the roar, the immediate TP came. Good cold snapping, drop on the Invoker, and that got them killed on
And another smoke! Another smoke from Tongfu! Oh man, funnik is going to be very unhappy when he spots this. Does he not spot it? Oh, guys?
What?
Guys?
Well, they see him right now. funnik not level 6. Sand King, a little bit of miscommunication here from Tongfu. Going for 2 different heroes at the same time, but regardless, the Wrath of Nature comes in. They're going to get the kill. A little bit sloppy from Tongfu, but a kill's a kill. They're very happy to pick that one up. And that tier 1 still stands right now, but I don't think for long. Now that Mu has joined the party, that tier 1 is going to get broken down right now.
Can I just say that Xiao 8 officially has his best competitor on this Prophet in China give him a run for his money. Mechanism picked up in 8 minutes, and unlike Xiao 8, Awoke doesn't have a first blood. He doesn't have a bunch of kills, just 2 assists for him. He did get a tower top.
He doesn't have tower gold to his name either.
I think he actually got the tower top.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Which, yes, yeah, sorry we missed that, guys, but the top tower did go down. Early mech against this Dare lineup, that is big trouble. Early mech is always big trouble, but especially in this game.
Right, especially on a game like that where you rely on the burst nuke damage and the early get-go to actually get kills, right? You rely on Illuminate, Sonic Wave, Scream Pain to get the kills. A 250 HP swing, absolutely immense. You gotta keep in mind that you want to multiply that by 25% of your magical resistance, because you're blocking a lot of art-style spells of your native resistance. Anyways, tier 2 push coming right now, 4-man push. Glyph is down, and look at this tier 2. It is going to get broke down so very quickly. They don't even need to do a second wave of push. This is all they needed. Tier 2 goes down. Rubik picks that one up.
And everybody drops low, but remember, Prophet can always TP in with Illuminate. Look at this massive, the legions of Treants just working the tower down. Awoke, gonna probably get this one. The question is, will it be denied? Multiple TPs in. They want to try and stop it. Like an ult even used. There's your tornado. Will he be able to TP out? Cold Snap onto him. Artstyle joins the fight as well. Dare want this kill so bad, but everybody come in with a massive backstep. Prophet ult flies through. funnik will go down again. And the rest, will they survive? No, he's stolen the ultimate. Shapeshift onto him. Fade both back. Still chasing G, who goes invis. No detection for the moment. Artstyle, maybe in some trouble. Kabu giving chase, roar into him. Waveform through, Artstyle will die. If he, no, he's just gonna die the right click. No, adaptive strike, it's not enough. He will go down though to the creeps. Mag, one more waveform, and Hal is just out of control. Moose steals another spell. This time the Axis, telekinesis back in. Tongfu is just absolutely routing Dare now. I don't want to, that wasn't quite a team wipe, but it felt like one. And now they're gonna get another tower, or at least do a lot of damage to it. Wow.
The start of team fight, that was a 3 semi-carry TP for the Radiant squad just for a Prophet. Prophet survived long enough for his entire team to come, and they just killed just about everybody. Silver lining in that engagement, got a courier. 175 times 5 for a team. Hey, it ain't a tower, but you know, it's a lot of gold. And now the entire team on full retreat. How, by the way, completely out of mana at this point. Artstyle, how much can you do? Sansheng very low. Deny here, no deny attempt here by Mu. I think he could have had it. Sanking is back. Sanking, 2-man burrow strike, epicenter combo. It's gonna be going on Feed, I imagine. Feed is gonna be surviving right now. Oh, Kabu, very low. Wait for him for the kill here for Kabu. Kabu. Okay, no, Kabu gets picked off, and how very low in terms of HP, but
he
he's
wants
gonna go for
Artstyle.
Artstyle's gonna go down double here. Mu's gonna lose a lot of HP. Is that their EMP? No, it's actually God's EMP. You can never really tell whose EMP it is. When Rubik's involved, huge Illuminate! It's gonna pick off a couple of heroes. And now they're making us some signs of comeback. Actually picking up a couple of kills.
By the way, the courier's just lying there. Its corpse flailing around wildly. Awoke, roar onto him! There with the big turnaround! Big tower dive, but there's the buyback as well from Rubik, and now Mag on the back foot. Illuminate! Actually, that was a Radiant Illuminate. And Mag will get away. Now Goblin, though, level 4, does have the boots. Tornado comes in. Tongfu playing really sloppy here after a fantastic start. Still, they have a big lead, but they're going to have to settle down because, like you talked about in the early stages of this game, Dare do have an amazing mid-game lineup, so many potent semi-carries, and you don't want to let them back in. You got to keep on closing that window, not opening it up.
I just want to mention that this courier's legs floating around is just the most hilarious. Look at his legs!
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Oh, that doesn't look appropriate at all. I was trying to trace around him, but it looks like something wrong. Anyway, we'll just pretend that one didn't happen. And, okay, so, let's try and settle ourselves down, get back into this game, and, well, just figure out what do Dare need to do to come back right now. Obviously, if Tongfu's going to overextend, then you kill them off. Gem picked up on Mag. This might be the start of it. Get that map control back. Try and deward your jungle, and there's a magic bush ward up. That is the magic bush ward, right? Yeah, it is. Placed after these creeps spawn. Aside from the dewarding, what else should they look towards?
Tank up. They have to tank up. The nuking is going to be coming. It's not going to be stopping anytime soon. Look at how he's already picked up the Ghost Scepter. Once he has the E-Blade, he's going to be nuking real hard. You need a Vanguard, you need cloaks. Just tank up and hopefully you can use your spells and survive. It's not a winning proposition at all, but you know it's the only way to go for it right now. God and How just trading some blows on the top lane, but both of them should be okay. And make sure on the Radiant side, don't allow the Dire to pick up Aegis. If you allow them to pick up Aegis, the game is almost surely over. Ultimate gets stolen here by Mu, and he's gonna be the cute little Mage Wolf. The Mage Wolf, by the way, is pretty insane because he holds the wand in his
oh, roaring the Kabu! Oh no, chopped up by the axes. Mu in that ultimate form, doing the big right clicks. Not really, he has no plus damage. And they get a solo
He's
kill.
holding the wand in his mouth though. It's so cute. Do you see it?
Yeah, I do. It's pretty adorable.
He's fighting on the wand and just...
You know, when he attacks, he actually shoots his attack out. He doesn't, from the wand, he doesn't actually take a swipe with those claws. That is adorable. That is adorable. Well, they get a solo kill on Sand King. He was caught a bit out of position. Urn picked up as well as Arcane Boots. There goes some more Observer Wards. And that gem definitely helping in this regard, as they were able to deward the Magic Bush, as well as the hill from the looks of it. So I believe there was a hill ward here, so... That helps. That definitely helps.
Yep. And you can see that Sansheng is going to be picking up a low EXP. I think you pointed this out last game. Tongfu, one of the best team when they're ahead. They make sure everybody gets farmed, so in the next engagement, you know, everybody survives long enough to drop their best spells. And this is a supportless track with a Bracer and a point booster, as well as 1,000 gold. You might actually upgrade it to your drum, or, you know, just go all the way with the Bloodstone, depending how much farm he's going to get.
This is pretty ballsy by G to stay here. Is someone coming up with the salve? No, it's just Artstyle, who, by the way, he's just stacking up that HP, double no talisman, and a bracer, whatever he can get his hands on. Cheap, cost-effective item. Cold Stab, EMP, they want How, waveform out, morphing to strength, still has the wand and the Ghost Scepter, no way they can kill him. Prophet even looking for the TP in. And, well, the aggression not paying off there, but at least nobody dies.
Well, Roshan's about to die, and this is one of the things that I think Radiant needs to make sure they scout constantly. And it seems like the Hawk is going to go towards that direction. No medallion up here for Tongfu, so it's going to take a little bit while, but we Edict here, as well as Mu and Kabu coming in, they're going to be absolutely fine. And with the Aegis ending up on either Sansheng or perhaps even on the Morphling, it's bad news. really bad news.
Also, that Morphling is only 1,200 gold away from his Ethereal Blade, and for Dare, can they deal with that? I feel even Lycan maybe could be bursted down, not solely by the Morphling, but with any kind of follow-up, a Sand Burrow Strike, Edict damage, even Pulse Nova would be enough to bring him down. As we look towards Goblin, he's total food. 600 HP. Artstyle, I think he's killable. God, maybe not. Force Staff, 1100 HP. EMP Tornado up top. Just harassment on the Hal, but Hal dodges that with the waveform. It will go to Rubik, in fact. And I don't mind this choice either. He's pretty squishy. Now with Shapeshift, he can really do some dirty work in these team fights.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlike a lot of other heroes who, you know, once you drop your best spells, you know, you're out of the team fight, like a Tide or something like that. But he's always here. He will be stealing your best spells and keep on dropping it throughout the team fight. So not a bad choice at all. Here comes the smoke after Roshan. They're looking to defend their top tier 1 tower. And are they prepared for this? I think, yeah, the Dire team smoke right under Radiant Ward. And Darius is going to be backing off. You okay? You okay there?
Yeah. Does anybody smoke more than Tongfu? I gotta say, they didn't use smoke nearly this much in the International East qualifiers, but it seems to be working out for them in this series. Oh, Dare! Is this a good fight for them? If they get Kabu, it will be! He gets burst down, Queen of Pain flies through, he will take a fall, and now Sansheng in the front lines, trying to do some damage. Awoke with the big backstab as Prophet. No, it looked like a good fight, but it wasn't. It was a trap. 5 heroes already in position, and the item advantage, the early mech picked up on Prophet, making a huge difference for Tongfu. 2 heroes dead for Dare, 1 for Tongfu. Tongfu gonna at least pressure this tower. There's a glyph, so they're probably not gonna take it, but forcing that glyph will be a win for them.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication here from Dare. They Cyclone and Sonic Wave at the same time, so Sonic Wave was basically completely dodged. EMP Tornado comes in right now, but Sansheng says, I don't care. I'm gonna focus your tower with Edict damage. Tier 2 is gonna go down. And Tongfu could go all the way if they want to do some move, by the way, just going right in. He has the Aegis, but don't want to be dropping it right. Using axes.
He's sassy, man. He's sassy. Yeah. I love this move play. And he lives. He holds on to the Aegis in spite of Force Staff in without about 50 HP. Great individual play by him, and they're scared. You know, at this point, as much as they want to make plays, they do realize how far behind they are. Oh, how. He's got his Ethereal Blade. Wanted to go buy it at the shop. Queen of Pain's going to blink away now. He should be able to get it if he feels like it, and he does feel like it. Burrow Strike in onto G, but they should not be able to kill him. In fact, Tornado hits all 3, EMP as well. Everybody taking a ton of damage there and dropping the mana pools low. They do have multiple, or actually only 1 Arcane Boot. Should be enough. God giving chase. This might be a little overzealous, Lumi. Oh, the Ethereal Blade. Big damage on the God. The Zap by Moo. This mobility. The axe is chopping through. Oh my goodness. 2 kills. They're looking for 3. Artstyle dropping low. Waveform in. Hal getting another kill. Hal just having a fantastic time. 7, 1, and 5. Leading the kills. Almost leading the farm. And still this Lycan not ready to join his team.
And Lycan's one of those heroes that will carry you back in the game if your team's down by so much. He's holding to 2,000 gold with the Vlads, but I can't imagine what item can get for 2,000 gold to, you know, bring his team back. Beastmaster go down the mid lane. That's a gem on the ground.
Not sure if they see it.
Well,
yep, they see
matter.
it. They see it.
And this tower is going to go down very quickly. Illuminate, again, see? Not enough really to slow down this push. They have mech up in just about 19, 18 seconds. So Tongfu is going to stay for this tower at least a tower. Perhaps they're going to even stay for the Rex.
With that Tornado and probably EMP to follow, they should back off. Indeed they will. Blanking by Artstyle, screaming at nothing, kind of just hoping that Tongfu will come in and feed him. Burrow Strike in, the turnaround. Oh, the Ethereal Blade, too much burst from Tongfu. And Dare, they don't have that mech. They don't really have the HP to withstand this relentless aggression. Queen of Pain blinks in. Artstyle. Oh, Artstyle. He can't help himself, Lumi. He just has to be aggressive. It doesn't matter what the game situation is.
Well, good thing is that it makes the game go a little bit faster. Because Tongfu's going to be raxing.
Can Dare
trying to do lone heroics? Not going to be enough.
Can Dare come back from this? And if so, what do they need to do to make that comeback happen?
In theory, in practice, yes. In reality, no, I feel like. Because there's a Morphling. He's going to get yet another item. He's very close to Yasha. He could burst down. Look at that! That's a Beastmaster, a Strength Hero, almost getting burst down. And he's probably the tankiest on the team, aside from Lycan. If you're Invoker, if you're Queen of Pain, if you're the Keeper of the Light, you're basically dead in team fight. 5v4. is what the Tongfu advantage is going to be in every single team fight. You can see that supportless Shrek has finished already a Bloodstone, picked up the gem. Blink Dagger forced out the mobility that you were screaming about on Mu. Despite having 850 HP, if you don't get hit, you're not going to die. And that seems to be what he's going for. Meanwhile, Sansheng already has his Blink Dagger, or just 2 more creeps away from that. The items are stacking upon, and I don't know what Dare has to combat against it. They just don't have enough.
This is where you really can't leave your base, because double Blink Dagger, 4-stack, Prophet TP's in, the Replicate all over the place, plus the waveform. And it doesn't help that Sansheng has a haste as well. And the gem to deward everything. That was a big giveaway on the part of Beastmaster. Yeah, how did they leave their base? I think they don't, is the answer.
I think if you're Lycan, you could leave the base, and perhaps if you're artstyle, you can, but everybody else, you just gotta tread lightly. Hao's gonna pour up on the top lane. He doesn't actually have a Replicate up, so he can join his team in the fight, at least not for now. Adds an ultimate orb to his item. He's just sitting on 3 agility right now. He's looking for someone to snipe. And that someone might be here. Fetus.
Oh, no.
Gotta be careful.
Funnik. Now, he will move at max move speed if he's able to get that ult off. Looks like they're not going to go in. But G sitting here. Oh, mid lane. Here we go. Mu in the middle of the fight. Catches artstyle. Steals Blink. Oh, steals Scream of Pain. Blink would have been devastating. Sansheng finds that keeper like Goblin. His feeding started early, and it's just... Or Funnik, I should say. No, Goblin, sorry, what am I talking about? Feeding started early, it's not letting up. Burrow Strike onto the high guard, great play there by Kabu. That was a blind Burrow Strike. They don't have vision up here, I don't think. And he gets zapped, he gets picked off. Actually, oh, they do have a high ground ward. Okay, I was gonna say, that's pretty amazing prediction.
Meanwhile, Hao, still just chilling on the top lane. Funnik trying to do his thing, taking out their tier 1 tower. Hao's gonna disrupt him. He doesn't need to be there, because the enemy carry isn't there as well, and Feed trying to get something going to his team. He is going to get the tier 1 regardless. Oh, no denied attempt here by Mao. Feed's going to be on the run. Feed does not have his ultimate, but meanwhile Tongfu is just winning the game right now. I think perhaps a little more important, the big shotgun removes him, and that's got to be the game. Yeah, Goblin calls it GG, and GG indeed it was for Tongfu. Complete domination.
Man, that game 1, Dare looks so powerful, and then the second game they go for something unorthodox. They go for a lineup which doesn't really have that hero killing potential. Didn't work for them. They go somewhat back to the roots, although the Lycan really not fitting in, I feel, to their style. And in the end, Tongfu relentless offensive tri-lane, aggression all over the map, shutting Dare down in all phases of the game, in every lane, except for that top lane. But even then, it just wasn't enough. Tongfu will advance, and for Dare, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye. They will be going home 0-3 in the group. They gave us some amazing games. That LGD versus Dare game 2, possibly the best game of the tournament. Certainly up there. There's a lot of competition. But it just wasn't enough, Lumi. It just wasn't enough.
Yeah, for any of the games that you guys missed, definitely could check it out on dotacommentaries.com. We have a nice VOD section, updated daily. Or you could buy the pass for $3.99 and watch it in your own glorious Dota 2. Here we go, Mu feeding away.
There's your age, just burnt up. Not gonna matter too much. And I will just add, if you guys would prefer to go directly to YouTube, youtube.com/LDdota or youtube.com/luminousinverse. That's your other way to find links to the VODs. Maybe the more direct way for some people. We have lots of options on how to watch the games, and as far as the VODs go, they are free. Sometimes it takes us maybe 6 hours or so just to get them processed and uploaded, but really not too long. They're always up by the next day. And, I mean, for anybody who's looking forward to the playoffs to come, we'll have that information for you soon, and for that information, facebook.com/BeyondTheSummitTV. That's a great way to keep informed. Or twitter.com/BeyondSummitTV. That's the 2 places where you'll find that information first, and then on an ongoing basis, the brackets, the schedule, the group standings, all of that available at dotacommentaries.com. Click on the World Tour link. You'll be able to find all that information below. Lumi, the group stages are over, and the playoffs beckon.
Do we know the brackets yet, right now?
We don't know them just yet. We have some of that information, but I think godz, as well as the rest of the tournament organization, would prefer to release it all at one fell swoop. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we might have a couple of days off, but we will see you soon for the playoffs. And I think that's going to wrap it up for today's cast. I am LD. He is Luminous. Thanks for watching Beyond the Summit's World Tour. The group stages are over. The playoffs await, and we'll see you for those soon. Thanks for watching, guys.